today we're going into another automation because 2025 is all about AI and automation, and a lot of people know this, but they have no idea where to start. So I'm breaking it down, and I'm going to give you chunks of automations and chunks of AI that you can implement today that will actually make a huge impact and uplift in your desk. So today is a really simple one, and I can't believe I haven't done this one earlier, but automations, okay? We've heard the word, we think, automations, they sound difficult, they sound far-fetched. Some people are doing them, they're great. You know, some companies are excelling at it, and most are failing miserably. And that, I think, is a huge opportunity for anyone listening to this. But I'm going to give you one now that you could do straight away, today. You can spend 45 minutes to an hour setting up, and then it'll save you probably an hour every couple of days. So if you compound that over a week, you're probably going to save 1 to 2 hours a week, and then compound that over 2 weeks. That's 4. Over a month, you're talking like 8 hours saved in a week. What is that over a year? It's 80 plus hours a week. 80, is that right? Have I done my maths right? I'm going to save you tons and tons of hours, right? So if you invest an hour now, today, I can save you 80 hours over the course of the year, and you won't know yourself. I also think it's going to make you make more money. I actually think you're going to make more deals quicker because of this little hack, okay? So if you have not got a bookings page, if you do not have a automatic calendar invite set up, I implore you to keep on listening because this episode is for you. If you already do have it, maybe you stick around just to hear how we're using it and how it works for us. But we've all seen them, right? Like we've heard of the company Calendly, where, you know, you can just go, someone sends you a link, it says, oh, here's my calendar, book a time. We've all had that at some point. If you've ever booked an appointment or whatever, and typically like retailers use it, right? Oh, book a hair appointment, or I need to book a one-on-one session or whatever that might be. And I thought, why don't we use this for recruitment, right? We've all got our calendars. We use our calendars to death. You know, I was sitting there doing emails the other day, and I think I pumped out 4 projects in a day because I was not feeling great. So I was like, I'm just going to pump them out. I can do that with my music on and pump them out. And the issue was the amount of responses I'm getting off the back of that. Holy smokes. Like trying to get to my inbox and saying, oh, cool, yeah, let's have a chat. What's your calendar look like? You go back and forwards how many times? 2-3 times just to get not only the calendar put in, but no one ever puts their phone number, or you need to go back and get their phone number. It just takes so much tiny bits of time, and it adds up so quickly it distracts you from your day, and possibly not even getting it in time because it's taking 2-3 days to get to your inbox to actually respond and book in a time. So what I've been doing, okay, and we've done it through Microsoft because we've got a Microsoft environment here, and we use it through Teams. There's an app called Bookings, Microsoft Bookings. It's free. It literally doesn't cost anything if you're with Microsoft. And if you aren't with Microsoft, you could do that. I'm sure Google has a similar thing. And there's one you can pay for with Calendly. There's a whole bunch of calendar booking systems that you can set up. And essentially, though, what I've done, I've set up 15-minute meeting times, half an hour meeting times, 45-minute meeting times, and an hour. And I never let someone pick what they want to do because they're always going to pick a time that, like, 15-minute call, they might go, oh, then we need an hour. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't want them to dictate our time. But what I can do, for example, and what I have been doing, this is where I think you guys can get a big aha moment, is when you do your initial email reach out to a new prospect, new customer, a new client, new candidate, and at the bottom, hey, would you like to have, I'd love to jump on a call with you. I'm available Tuesday, Wednesday. That's normally how we end an email, right? Instead, we're saying, hey, I'd love to jump on a call. Here's my calendar if you want to find a time that suits you best. That's it. You can hit the link, the hyperlink button in your email script, and it will hyperlink a word. It is beautiful, and it doesn't look clunky, and it's just, you can highlight any word you want. We are putting that into our LinkedIn scripts, and I can tell you what, the automation that comes off the back of that, I don't even need to check my emails anymore because I'm literally waking up and I've got 3 or 4 calls booked that weren't booked there yesterday. And what that means is I'm forced to get on the phone, which is what we want to be doing as a recruiter, getting on the phone, vetting these people. Remember, you've reached out to this person. You already know you want to speak to them. They're now in your calendar. And I've woken up all this week going, oh, you're right on. I've got like 4 calls today. After this, I've got to get off this podcast real quick. So I've got 4 calls stacked up just after lunch for 2 roles that I've briefed out. And I think that would have taken a couple more days to get to. And we all know time kills deals, right? So this is This is that automation piece that's going to chase me. It's going to push me, okay? Because we do our emails and we have to then respond to it. But if you can cut that responding part out and it's just reacting to what's in your calendar, you can already feel how much more efficient this is going to be for your day. So I genuinely think I'm going to save a couple of hours a week because of this. But not only that, I'm not just applying it for in-mail scripts. If I've got a client who says, oh, we've got to catch up, we've got a brief, I just send them a briefing, like a half-hour briefing calendar invite and say, cool, pick a time that works. Boom, in the calendar. There it is. And you can automate like after that. So if you're like me and if you've listened to this podcast, I've always said when you get a brief, don't do anything after that brief. Write the advert and write the in-mail copy. Get all your written assets done straight after that briefing because that's the freshest it's going to be in your brain. You've got to be in that zone. And if you can, go straight to your headhunting, straight to your database, straight to your LinkedIn after that. That's like a 3-4 hour window after that briefing, but then it's done. Okay, everything's up and out and working for you and you can move on to the next. So maybe in that automation piece, as you say, it's a half-hour meeting, but you can put buffers either side of it, put a 3-hour buffer under it, and that means that you've got that blocked out to actually do the work. It's little hacks like this because when we're on and when we're in a great frame of mind and when we haven't got a lot of distractions, we're all freaking great at our job, right? But it's when we're busy, it's when we're distracted, it's when we're not feeling motivated or whatever that this stuff really comes to life. And what do they say? You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. And this is a system. This is a system that will keep you going even when you don't want to keep on going. And I think some of us and a lot of us, actually most of us need that from time to time. This is such a simple one for you guys to implement. And if you don't do it, if you are still listening to this podcast and you're not implementing a calendar system this week, that shame on you. Like this is now on you, okay? This is your big level up moment. And I also am aware that people have probably been using these for years. So I'm probably not saying anything new, but I reckon 80% are not doing this. But if you are in that 20%, I'd love to hear how you're using it. So I'm using it straight on emails. I'm using it for client meetings. I'm sending it to candidates who have applied to ads and saying, hey, here's my calendar, want to have a chat. I'm sending it to anyone who messages me direct on LinkedIn. Hey, yep, here's my calendar, let's go for it. Or anyone who calls or texts me, I'm like, cool, can't answer now, but here's my calendar. Everyone gets the calendar. I've even set up one for my mum. Hey, mum, here's a calendar. If you want to have a coffee with me, you get an hour. You can have an hour, but as long as it fits in with my calendar. And the beauty of it is you stop having to think and manicure your diary to suit. It just works in on behalf of the person and you just react. And it's beautiful. And you can cap it. Like if you go, oh, that sounds exhausting. Well, just make the window 10 to 3. So you know that outside of that, you can do the kid stuff, or outside of that, you can do your other activities. You know, if you book yourself up with that many calls in a day, your throat's going to go. Maybe you need to break up the day so you can have a little rest. Whatever works for you. But my main message to you is this. Just fucking do it. Do it. Is what I'm harping on at in the office at the moment. This wasn't even my brainchild. This was John. John's like, we need Calendly. We need to set something up. So I explored it and went, look, MS Bookings is the one we're going to use because it's in our ecosystem. It's free and it's working a charm. Okay? So thank you, John, our $1 million biller. Killing it. And I love this addition. And the rest of the crew are starting to really reap the benefit of that. So this is real life, guys. Like, as I said, we are on automation AI journey this year. And I don't want to sell you anything on it. I just want to give you the gold that's working. This is working. Okay? And this applies to anyone in sales, anyone in corporate. Going backwards and forwards, trying to manage your own diary and someone else's diary is a pain in the freaking ass. Unless you have a PA, it's just something we don't need to be doing. It's a waste of our time. That is not your job. Your job is not to arrange meetings between people, between you and someone else. Your job is to be on the phone, articulating a job brief and getting them, interested on the hook for what you're offering them. That's it. Okay? So I've been harping on about it. We're going to wrap this up. 200th episode, fast approaching. And I want to give someone a free one-on-one coaching session with me as a giveaway because we're so excited to get to 200. And it's a really simple one. Pop your name on the mailing list. The link is below wherever you're watching. And put your name on the mailing list. You'll instantly go into the draw. If you're already on the mailing list, you are already in the draw. We love it. Thank you, guys. Like, share, subscribe. It helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day and may all your deals come true.